Gentlemen, what the hell is going on? This weekend from hell is over. Time for a new week. I don't know you guys. I'm ready for a new week, new start.
How about a new month?
Even better. It's even more of a reset. Let's go. Forgot about that.
Well, yeah. I mean, some positivity would be nice every once in a while, but yeah, it's all good. We're a new month. We're 537 bets in, 538 bets total placed already in November. So, yeah, a lot of sweating, a lot of stuff going on. But almost we hit 30 units at one point, but I lost back-to-back days, so to end the month. So hopefully we can turn it around to start December. But sitting just shy of 30 units on the month for 27.9 units. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe it. I want to keep going. Want to have a strong start to December, even though we have a short slate tomorrow. But yeah, I can't believe it. It was one of the hottest starts I've ever had in my life. So shout out the chat. You guys are the reasons.
Oh yeah. Shout out Virgil. Appreciate you, my guy. Faithful listener. Thanks for the donation. Means a lot to us for sure. Glad that 3-tamer hit. Let's go.
Oh yeah, there you go. Nice hit. That's the way to end the weekend.
He hits 3-teamers all the time. It's awesome. I love getting those DMs. Virgil, you're the man. Appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely, yeah. Virgil, OG in the chat, a real one right there. I guess anything over the weekend that stood out. Score-wise, I know the slates this weekend weren't amazing, but I think Friday was pretty good, but Saturday, Sunday were kind of meh. Anything really stick out for you guys over this little stretch?
I enjoyed the slate. I mean, the Hoosiers just dynamite again. But other than that, I mean, couple Fugazi teams like James Madison, call cash Patel.
Dude, they were down 9 with a minute left, and they lost by like 17.
Dusty Bottoms is absolutely right. Zoe 101 is fucking canceled. Excuse my French. So, yeah, absolutely right. But, I mean, great games got us home. That Cal Baptist Oregon State over was fun at the end. I mean, I enjoyed these random MTEs on a random slate. A lot of these games just pulled away for us, right? Like UNC Wilmington was solid. I mean, yeah, a lot of good bets today. And Ball State is a horrible basketball team, by the way. I know they were 98, but they are a bad basketball team. And how the hell did Pitt beat Ohio State? I'll tell you, we called it easy money. It's called a bounce back spot in college basketball. A lot of teams that didn't do good for a good amount of time randomly do good in college basketball, and this was the time. So, yeah, that was another call out, and it was cool seeing a buzzer beater almost simultaneously, the exact same buzzer beater that they did in Columbus as well last season.
I forgot about the game until I saw the highlight. I was like, "That's right. I was on Pitt that game too." That was an incredible win. Yeah. So Pitt, shout out Pitt. They're apparently Ohio State's kryptonite right now, or Diebler's kryptonite, one of the two. So yeah, I guess we'll just pay attention for next week. Yeah, the Badgers got skull fucked. TCU was playing good that tournament. You know, we plotted all week on one game, and then just did not show up to play TCU. I know we cut it to 4 at half, and then I think within the first media timeout we were down like 14-15 or some shit to start the second half, and it was over. So yeah, this Badger team is not what they were last year. This is going to be a rough year for Badger fans. Not to mention the Big Ten at the top 5, 6, maybe 7 teams are all fucking damn good. So it's gonna be a great year in the Big Ten, not a great year for Bucky.
Taylor Made, thanks for joining in. Yes, the bounce back spot, random stuff going on, Jeff, in college basketball. Today, on the other hand, though, UNC Asheville money line, easy. They dominated that game wire to wire. I didn't get as much action, but Vermont got that cover, which was nice. Tennessee State walked into Chattanooga, I didn't bet that game, but that was a fun one. I don't know if anyone got any bets on that, but shout out Nolan Smith going into Chattanooga and getting it done, and they were leading that game wire to wire, I believe, as well too.
Yeah, I was on Chattanooga, and they came out flat, and Tennessee State took care of business from start to finish. So that one never really had a chance. So Nolan Smith's squad just kind of came in there at home and on the road and took care of business against what I thought a Chattanooga team that would maybe get whatever they wanted inside the paint, but that did not happen.
No, they got embarrassed.
UC Irvine over hit for me by 1. Did anyone bet Colgate? I did not. I wanted to bet Colgate. I didn't pick them on the money line, but need to see it. They got it done. So shout out to you if you bet Colgate tonight. Belmont -2.5 was pretty free as well. I think you were on that with me, Elliot.
Yep.
And then Penn money line.
I was on Charleston. That was brutal. And I doubled down second half.
Don't bet Charleston. They're horrible. Just so you know, just moving forward.
Well, I'm aware, but I like the spot for him. I was like, all right, back home. You got Belmont, who looks like a world beater, and only laying that to a Charleston team. I was like, I'm gonna dive in. They weren't hitting some shots first half. I was like, all right, let's still fall second half, and no, immediately dead. I think they were down like 7 in the first media timeout. So yeah, that was a shit wager. And then FAU did the same thing. FAU, damn, they had their chances today. And second half, they mounted a comeback and then just fell flat at the end. So brutal. But yeah, glad you guys got Belmont. At least somebody won out of that.
Penn money line hurt for me. They were up 2 or 3. They were up 2, I believe, at the end of the first half, and then they just didn't. Another one of those no shows in the second half. And then Florida Atlantic no show at home. So yeah, 4 and 5 today on that. Whatever. Little half unit loss, a little bit over half unit loss today. No big deal in the long run of these games. Anyone was on Florida Atlantic or Penn with me?
I was on Hofstra on the money line.
Battle.
So good to see that one come through. Had to even up the battles after you took care of business against on that App State play. But yeah, then I was on FAU as well. So kind of a disappointing performance, but good win for the Bonnies.
They're good.
I know we talked about the teams that we bet on, but sometimes we got to give the credit where credit's due. And the Bonnies came to play today, and they took care of business.
Yeah, they did. They're starting to figure it out and start to click. They're starting to look really, really good. So Bonnies might be a team to keep an eye on coming up here in the future here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, we had some Saturday morning episode, which was fun. Maybe we'll see that again in the future, but probably not for those bigger slates because we got a lot to get into. But on Saturday, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do there. We enjoyed those Saturday the little morning slates were fun. Trevor enjoyed those. Anyway, we're sponsored by Rhythm. Pump Fake Pod partnered with Rhythm. Promo code PFP25 for when you sign up on rhythm.ai on the App Store or rhythm.com. They got all things models from all sports. I was using it today for NFL. It did way better on NFL than I could on my own in the past couple weeks. So that was nice. Hit a few plays and kind of sulked my losses for being a Colts fan because I see the writing on the wall. Anywho, Rhythm got me going, got me some cash, and yeah, it was all right. Hit was up and down on college basketball this week, but personally, but Rhythm plays were steady green for the ones that we took for the most part. So shout out Rhythm. They got some solid plays. We're going to keep giving you some great action, and stay tuned for an episode with a Rhythm employee coming on and discussing a little bit of the service. You guys, any thoughts on what you guys had? Rhythm, any final thoughts before we get into the slate there?
No, rhythm's been solid, especially totals. I know we got burned on a few, but overall, their totals are smacking. And I mean, Ian Lawson here, 2 more easy winning underdog slips today with the help of rhythm. So we love to see that. Just keep running it up, keep using them. I know I hit. I forget what I played with rhythm. I played one NFL play with them, and that hit. And then. Yeah, just not college basketball or anything, but Danny Dimes rush yards was under. How the dude's playing with a broken leg? Like, what are we doing? The dude's the real life Greg Jennings meme. Like, I don't like. What are we doing? I didn't understand that, and I was down to go. I was down to go down with the ship if a guy with a broken leg ran for 8 yards and busted me. So be it. But yeah, Warrior. But you won't catch me out there playing with a broken leg. But props to him. I will say the Colts kind of did get screwed today by the refs. That was some horrible officiating all game to the Colts. So whoever they were playing, the Texans got, they got a call for one thing, but I feel like the Colts got fucked on about 4 other calls. So tough day to be a Colts fan, even fighting the refs, playing 15-12, still lost that game barely. So good look on them. They'll bounce back.
Yeah, it's really fun to hear Trevor say good. Yes, yeah, really some salt in the wound there. Yeah, we know.
I watched the whole game. My dad and brother are Colts fans. I root for them. I'm not like a fan, but I root for them, and they got fucked today. That was plain and simple.
It was my mentality doesn't look at that right away. There was things we didn't execute well, and they got to execute better. And play calling is atrocious, and that PI was pretty bad for sure, but yeah. Anywho, whatever. This is college basketball. We got college basketball talk too. We got a now 11 game slate, I believe. For those that don't know,
10 or 11, yeah.
Don't look at the game tomorrow at noon if it's still available on your books. This is college basketball. Breaking news. Anyone want to break the breaking news? Because I wasn't the one to learn about it. Elliot, I think you're the one that found out. What's the breaking news here? Sideline reporter Elliot Money with the Chicago Beat Report. What's going on up in Chicago, man?
Oh yeah, as December hits, comes the snow and the weather, and unfortunately, South Carolina State was unable to make their flight from South Carolina after playing Winthrop to Chicago State in time for the game at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So now we will not have any day basketball. Actually, we will have day basketball if you want to partake in Chicago State versus St. Xavier NAIA out of Chicago at 11, but no Division I day basketball anymore. Back to you, Huffer.
I was gonna say, does Chicago State just be like, hey, St. Xavier, yeah, they couldn't make it. They couldn't make it. Bring them in. What do they do? I was excited for Chicago State, South Carolina State. 2 teams, 0-8, by the way. 0-8, by the way. So both teams 0-8, looking for a win. That would have been, I think, pretty fun. And then also, it's just a noon game with both teams being 0-8. Come on now, we're being absolutely robbed here of a great game. So yeah, Chicago State versus St. Xavier. They called in the backup team to play. Unbelievable.
Yeah, big time. I was really looking forward to that 0-8 matchup. I was going to lay with Chicago State. And probably would have lost. They probably would have lost by 7. So sucks we're not going to have day hoops, but is what it is. We got 10 bangers to settle into when you get home from work. So
what are those bangers? Hell yeah, let's go.
First banger. Temple's at Villanova. Villanova's laying 14.5, over under 150.5. These were made about 2 hours ago, so these lines may have changed, but
this was still spot on. The overs close and under. So,
gotcha. All right. Yeah, perfect. Anybody want to kick us off in Philly? This one, I kind of like this game. I kind of like the Cats. Just interested what you guys think because it is a Philly matchup. So
we'll go ahead if you like it, run with it.
Yeah, I got to remember now. They didn't play last year. They did play. Villanova won 94-65. I think we were all pretty well in tune that Villanova team was pretty trash last year for Villanova standards. Neptune as the helm, they were awful. They still won that game 94-65. Now, yes, Temple was point shaving a little bit, so factor that into that a little bit. And the fact that Villanova only had fair dick on the following game, so not much of a look ahead. They have Michigan on deck in Michigan, but it is a week away or 8 days away. They play it next Tuesday. So you could argue not much of a look ahead, and I probably would lean towards that just because you got Willard in here. This is another Philly 5 game. It's a home game. This is Temple's first road game coming off the 3-game MTE. They lost to UC San Diego, Rhode Island, beat Princeton by 4 out of neutral. Villanova, they played BYU tough, and they've been kind of just running through teams since. I want to lay it with Villanova. They're at home. Willard's first home Philly 5 game. I think he kind of runs it up. In fact, that they have 8 days until Michigan. I don't think they're really looking ahead. It's not like they're heading there Wednesday or Thursday to where they're kind of scouting and looking ahead of that. I'm sure some of the coaching staff is, but mainly I think the focus will be on this. And the fact that Villanova is running through teams. You've had Temple, first true road game. They just came off a 3-game MTE on Wednesday. Then they had to travel back. Then they had Thanksgiving, and now they're not much of a travel to Villanova, but you still got this one. I think Villanova runs it up. I think Villanova gets it done. They're the much better team here. I mean, if you look at this, Villanova's 3-point defense is horrible, but Temple shooting 36%. They're one of the bottom 100 teams at getting points from the 3-point line. So unless they are just lighting it up from 3 and decide to attack from 3, I don't really see how they hang in this game. I think at some point Villanova is just going to flex their muscles and run away with this one. So I like Villanova. I know it's a Philly game, but the fact that it's in Villanova, Willard's first home Philly 5 game, I think they end up running it up and showing out for the home crowd here. I think Villanova wins by 18 or 19. So give me Villanova laying the points here.
E-money?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I see all that. I'm probably just going to go ahead. I don't really. I would take the points in Temple here, just due to the fact it's the Philly 5. I would just like taking the points in these kind of rivalry games. I know it's Temple's first true road game, but really it's in their backyard. Only about a 30-minute drive from campus there with all these teams. But I'm going to look and I'm just going to go with the over 150.5. I think Villanova will be able to score. And I think, Temple should be able to score fairly well. Also, does kind of worry me a little bit with them just coming off of all those neutral games, 3 games in a row, had a few days off. So maybe could start out a little sluggish and see this total kind of not come through because of a 5-minute, 6-minute drought there to kind of start the game for Temple, where Villanova really just jumps on them. But I like the over 150.5. I'm seeing 149.5, 148.5 as well. So shop around. But I like the over here in this game.
I like all those angles there, and I was going to shout the over and definitely shop around for the 148.5. I like the over as well. We don't see these teams personally or run at pace. But they're efficient scorers on offense. They also don't turn the ball over, both teams. Each team can rebound pretty well. They shoot the 3 a good amount. Temple kind of likes to split up the offense, so they try to find exposing their defensive holes. But Temple's defense is a expose itself. So, I think Villanova scores in the 80s. Temple can be able to match them and kind of hang around. But, Villanova in the end wears them out. So shop them around for that over 148.5 for Temple, Villanova.
Overs, don't hate it. It looks like, I don't know. All of these lines come from DraftKings for the most part. So I don't know if it's gone up or down or what, but this is what it was. But I like the over. I like Villanova. I think we get a late game fouling just because of the pride factor for Temple and ends up pushing it over a little bit. I like that over. I might ride that over with you guys, but I like Villanova here. Tarleton's heading to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's laying 17.5, over under 145.5. Is this the first game for Cincinnati since they lost? Yep. All right, so they're back home after losing to Eastern Michigan by 8 points at home. Who wants to kick us off with this one?
Might as well give it to Elliot. Household Tarleton State. I think he has a associate's degree from Tarleton State, I believe, at least.
This one's interesting. I'm probably not going to bet this due to the injury and people not playing. Tarleton State's top two scorers, Dior Johnson and Chris Mpaka, they both sat out the last game against Midwestern State, D2 rival that they used to be rivals at the D2 ranks. So not quite sure. I was looking to see about injury news, but didn't see any. So going to wait and see if they're going to be suiting out or not. But also on the other side, you also have Baba Miller and Jalen Celestine also possibly out for Cincinnati as well. So two impactful players on both sides here. So not quite sure what to expect here. Also, Cincinnati does have the look ahead against Xavier with the hated rivalry coming up on Friday as well. I'll take the points. Probably going to be a no bet for me, though. I know you're prone to lay it off of that loss, which I agree. But I'll wait and see with the news. If there's no Dior Johnson or Mpaka, I'll lay it with Cincinnati minus 17.5 for sure. I don't really care if since he's out, guys, because they're going to have a squad full on the roster. But if Tarleton State's out their top two guys or top guy, it'll be a little bit harder for them.
I know that look ahead spot is a little dangerous, but I think I'm going to certainly lay it here with Cincinnati. I think they do bounce back. Eastern Michigan is not an awful team. I mean, yes, they should win when they're laying that many points outright, no problem. But we've seen them at home hold teams to less than 70 points and drill them. Western Carolina by 31, NJIT almost by 30. Georgia State by 10, but they only scored 74. They held Mount St. Mary's to 55. I think they're going to be able to hold Tarleton State in the low 60s. Now it's just hopefully that Cincinnati can be able to score on offense, which is the only issue. But I think that they're able to bounce back. Their defense gets this done, especially with the Tarleton State potential injuries. So, I like Cincinnati lay it here, and I don't mind. The team total is around 63, 64. So take a look. But I believe it's 63.5. So, I like that as well too. But I think Cincinnati comes out hot after a loss.
I'm with you, Cincinnati. I'm not a huge fan of laying gigantic numbers with Wes Miller, but I mean, you look at Dior Johnson, second in the country in percentage of shots taken, 36.5% of the shots taken for Tarleton are on him, and then Mpaka, a top, we'll just rough that, a top 80 rebounder in the country, offensive and defensive combined, roughly. They're both going to be out. When they played Baylor, they lost 94-81. Dior Johnson had 42 that game, and Mpaka had 10 boards in that one. So that's a lot of rebounding, a lot of points, a lot of just everything gone for Tarleton. This is big for a reason with Cincinnati. I think a lot of people are falling in love with Tarleton, playing tough, and then they're going to see Cincinnati off that loss. Just the way they played, I think a lot of people are going to like Tarleton, but I think without those two, it's going to be rough sledding for Tarleton and the size of Cincinnati, and they like to play fast. So especially if they don't have those guys, this could get ugly. I'm going to be on Cincinnati also with you guys. I think they blast them, and I think this number's bigger for a reason. I think the books know those two aren't going to play, or at least one of them isn't going to be in. So I'm with you. Let's load up on Cincy. Maybe if you want to wait to see if those guys play, or maybe the public bets down Tarleton a little bit. I don't hate that, but I think Cincinnati runs away by 20 plus in this one.
Yeah,
I think it stays under 2. I think Tarleton doesn't get out of the 60s, or doesn't get past like 62, 63 points at most, given those losses. So I like the under. I like Cincy.
Yeah, I like it.
West Georgia's catching 15.5 at the Troy Trojan men, over under 148.5. Huff, how do you see this one going? I mean, West Georgia.
Yeah. In Troy kind of returning home after being on a neutral, so they're back. Both defenses are pretty ass. West Georgia certainly struggles, give up 192 points or 192 total points, gave up 92 to the Citadel of all teams at home. And on the road, they've been pretty bad and porous on defense as well. I know this is Troy coming back from an MTE. They could be a little sluggish, but, they scored 100-plus points being on the road in California. Whatever they were doing in California definitely helped. They scored 85 at CSUN as well on the road. And then we've seen them now go into games in the 130s total, low 140s. And now you give West Georgia, whose defense's possession length is absolutely astonishing. They allow a fast pace constantly, no matter who that they're playing, even with teams with slow pace. Troy, not the fastest team in the country, but they still can run at pace, and we've seen them be able to score efficiently. So this is going to be another points total that I like as well. I see the 147.5 on FanDuel. Troy also around 82.5. So I like the over here, especially with these higher spreads. I think instead of taking one of the spreads, you're going to just bank on points. And a lot of buckets being scored. So I'm going to go with the over here in this one with Troy, West Georgia.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the over. Troy can score, and we've seen West Georgia. They can score, but they're very porous, like you'd already gone over. Basically, just rinse and repeat everything you said. I like the over, and I like Troy. Or I'm sorry, West Georgia, but I like the over more. I think Troy gets to 80, 85, and I think West Georgia can at least get to 70. So, I like the over here. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'll be on Troy. I'll lay it with the 15.5. I think they definitely have it's their first D1 home game, so I think they're happy to be home, and I think they like to run it up here against Georgia.
Absolutely. Next, we may be coming back to this game. A little teaser. Next, St. Francis is catching 27.5 at Xavier, over under 152.5. I've stared at this game. I kind of like Xavier to mess them up. St. Francis is pretty bad. I mean, we saw them go to Oklahoma 102-66, TCU 104-63. Mount St. Mary's, they lost by 8. Lehigh beat them by 17. Belmont beat them by 37. Troy beat them by 10, but that was an MTE. And not to mention they were basically off of those 6 overtime combined games. So that was just a tough spot, but they still lost by 10. Xavier, they've dropped some games at home. I mean, the Santa Clara one's not that bad, but they've played some tight games. Lemoyne was a 5-point win. Earlier in the year, I think they're getting their feet under them. And then if you look at what they did last Friday at home, Corpus Christi came in, they won by 21. St. Francis is pretty rough. One of the worst offenses in the country. They turn the ball over at an alarming rate, shoot under 30% from 3. The free throws are all right, but you're not going to get to the line a ton versus Xavier. Where you can attack is inside, but you got a Xavier team that's just going to eat your lunch. St. Francis isn't a team that I think can take advantage of that. And given the tough spots that Xavier's, played at home where they've lost a game and got played tight and, people got tight assholes. I think they can run it up and win it, but at the same time, they have Cincy on deck. So we got the big rivalry game coming up. They might be looking a little ahead to that. I would lean more towards the St. Francis team total under because I think Xavier's going to flirt with covering this. I think they could easily do that, but with Cincinnati on deck, I think they kind of go through the motions a little bit. But I think even go through the motions, St. Francis is going to struggle to score given the size and their offensive prowess. So give me Xavier to lock up on defense. Maybe they come out a little sluggish offensively, but I think the defense is going to be there. So I'll take St. Francis team total under whatever it gets to.
I'll lay it with Xavier.
Short and sweet.
I'm gonna take St. Francis. No bet though. Look ahead spot. I don't want any action in this game though. There's a high potential that Xavier could just come out and just dominate. But yeah, I'll take the D3 team on the last couple of times to chance to bet them. But I'm not betting them. I'm just gonna pick them. I have no business betting that game, especially if I want to lean the higher team odds. Fuck Saint. I mean, Xavier's picking it up. They're getting there, even with Patino's tweet jobs.
If they didn't have Cincinnati on deck, I'd probably lay it with Xavier, but that's a big one.
Keeping me off it, and that's why I'm picking St. Francis. But I know that I just laid it with Cincinnati, but that's different. They don't have a chance to look ahead. They just freaking lost to Eastern Michigan. No Amoni Bates, Eastern Michigan. So.
Yeah. Enough of that. Okay. Ooh, wrong button. North Alabama is catching 5.5 at Jacksonville State. Cox line 5.5, over under 134.5. There he is. Sarah Huff, you sound like you are feeling something in this one.
Man, Jacksonville State is they're in a horse race on it. I mean, there's already a couple teams on the no bet list, and it's December. And Jacksonville State is on a horse race there, and they're in turn 4 currently, making that final turn. But is this the chance to stumble up on that no bet list and not make the finish line against North Alabama? You just lose to North Dakota State, only scoring 43 points, 56 to 43. No, this is not a football game. That was a basketball game. Shout out Ball State, only scoring 37 as well. Arkansas State, you lose on the road. South Alabama, you lose at home. You just haven't been able to be productive at home. Now you're still laying points against a North Alabama team that hasn't been as successful on the road as well. You know, we like Tony Pujols. We like North Alabama, but we've seen that this rebrand has been interesting, and it's been interesting for Jacksonville State. So now we're getting a battle of 2 rebrands here. I'll take Jacksonville State laying points, but, man, I don't love it just because of how bad this team has played. So I see -4.5 on FanDuel as well, too. But I think this is a potential last time I bet Jacksonville State. But this is a good spot for them to bounce back and get it done after just some duds the last couple games.
Yeah, I can't really argue that. Both of these offenses are putrid. I mean, you got Jacksonville State, 43, 63, 65, and then they scored 74 against Coastal. Those are their 4 D1 wins. And then South Alabama, 57, 61, 74. They scored 87 in an overtime win against Northwestern. Neither of these offenses are really clicking right now. Now they've had a little bit of time off. I think this is a dead under. I think it's low for a reason. I think this game is played in the mid to lower 60s, to be honest, just given the pace of play and how anemic both of these offenses are. I have no faith in either of these teams scoring points. I'll take an under 134.5, but not going to bet this because it is crazy low, and I think that it'll be tight. So I think overtime is a possibility, and I don't want to have an under, but I would not be looking to bet an over in this game unless there's like 40 some points in the first half, maybe a live over, but no, thank you. Under or nothing.
Yeah, I'm with Huff on this one. I'll ride with Jacksonville State one more time. North Alabama, they've got to show me, they got to prove it to me. They haven't really been very great all year long. Their only game that they were really that they won was against Northwestern State. We've seen that they haven't been very good either. So I'll back the Gamecocks here at home.
Wow, I totally thought you were going North Alabama there with your boy Tony P. Let's go.
Not so fast, my friend. We got Iona.
So fast, my friend. Do it. Yeah. All right, Jackson. Look out for that 4.5, Elliot. It's available.
Sounds good.
Money's coming in on North Bama, sounds like. All right, well, hey, I'm not going to bet this, so I'll live vicariously through you guys. Let's go Jacksonville State. Fuck them up, and just to make me feel bad, please stay under. Or feel good, please stay under. Iona's laying 1.5 at Delaware. Over under 157.5. The Elliot, kick us off with Iona here. What the? Come on. I want
Hey, if you're gonna lead him, sometimes you gotta lead him as you got him too. I'll take this one, Elliot, if you don't mind.
Yep, go ahead.
Man, Iona just lost to Green Bay. We've seen them win at Oregon State, so there's a bounce back spot potential. But this line kind of stinks with Delaware being at home. We already dove into the stink once. I don't want to do it again and be a complete dumpster diver. But this line is somewhat telling you to bet Delaware. But I think Iona can bounce back off of their loss to Green Bay. They've had some time to regroup, not playing for 6 days. Now they go to play against Delaware for almost a full week off. And I've dove into the stink already. It worked out. Delaware won against UNCG. We got that W. Good call by the squad there. But this is Delaware at home, but I think Iona bounces back. I'll go with the better team here and ride the Gales.
Yeah, I want to bet Delaware. I mean, they got the height. This team shoots 41% from three, but Iona's elite at defending the three. Delaware also struggles bottom. They're 31st, giving up 31st most points from three. Iona 60 top 60 most points scored from three. If Iona's shots are falling, they could run this up, but I think Delaware's got just enough size to kind of hang in. I know Iona is off of a loss, but you're off of a loss at a neutral, and now you go home for a couple days, and now you're going to fly out to Delaware. I guess it's not that far, but it's on the East Coast there. But still, this line stinks. I think Delaware gets one at home. I'm gonna probably play Delaware plus the 1.5. I have not fired on this, but I just think this line stinks. I want to dive in. Delaware gets reputable mid-major coming in. I think this place gets up, and they shoot 41% from three. So if their shots are falling, they're gonna hang with Iona, and I think their sizing and eventually just help them get a couple extra offensive possessions and get some points. So I'll take Delaware, but have not bet this yet at all. So you guys betting this, or you guys just?
Yeah, I'll be on Iona. I think that they're the better team. I know it stinks, but I'll lay it here with Iona and the Gales against the Blue Hens. They've been good to me. Delaware has ever since making fun of them for losing to D2 little brother. But I think Iona's right there with just better team. I do worry just about Iona traveling back from the Virgin Islands. You saw kind of Charleston came back, absolutely got destroyed today. So that would be my only fear, is that they're returning back from the Virgin Islands, whereas Delaware's coming back from, where were they at? Do you anybody know?
They're at home against UNCG. That's the game that we bet. So
that game was in Florida. So
it was in Florida.
They're coming back too. So yeah, I'll lay it with the Gales, but nope. I don't know. As you can tell, I'm not very confident in it just because of the line. It's just weird, but I'm gonna dive into it.
Hey, South Alabama was catching or laying 1.5 today, and they blew them out anyway. So not sometimes the line stinks. It doesn't always come to fruition. So we'll see here. Here we go. Here's a good one. UAB's heading to Middle Tennessee, Murfreesboro. UAB's laying 3.5 on the road, over under 156.5. I kind of want to just bet UAB because Middle Tennessee at home has not been a spot you feel great about the last year or so. But they're coming in off of 2 MTE losses. They played George Washington, McNeese, got blasted. You got UAB coming in feeling good. They beat Southern Illinois, UTEP. Excuse me, and they basically played 3 home games and then these 2 neutrals. Now they're going to hit the road. The last time they hit the road, yes, they played NC State. They lost by 24, but I think that the spot Middle Tennessee, they bounce back. You just lost 2 out of your 3 neutrals. The game prior, you went to Michigan and got blasted, and now you're coming home to UAB. I don't think this UAB team is as good as they have been, but I still respect Andy Kennedy. But I think Middle Tennessee catching 3.5 at home. I kind of want to play Middle Tennessee. I think they bounce back, get home after that MTE. Those were last Tuesday was the last game, and so they're back home. So a little under a week, but they did beat Murray State on that neutral. So they did beat a decent team. I think they can catch UAB tomorrow. I think UAB is going to be a little out of it playing the neutrals, and you've been at home, and then now you're going to hit the road to Murfreesboro. Weird spot. I think Middle Tennessee gets up and catches them. I like the 3.5 Middle Tennessee here.
E-money.
My only question is, are they going to suck at home like they did last year? We used to love backing them at home, and then they were better on the road than they were at home. But I'm right there with you, Trev. I'll roll with Middle Tennessee State here at home, as Huff likes to say, protect the land. And it looks like it opened at 2.5. Now it's been being bet up. It's 3.5 now. So I'm not quite sure it's going to get very much higher than this. You could maybe make a case for 4.5. But give me Middle Tennessee State here at home. They were tested, struggled in that MTE, but played fairly well, played competitive. Now they're at home here against a UAB team who I'm not quite sure what to think yet about them. So I'll back Middle Tennessee State here.
Yeah, I like that angle. I definitely would take Middle Tennessee State with you guys. I'll kind of bet it, I guess. With you is I'll be taking the over. I like that in the first half over. I think we see a good amount of points here, even off of both teams coming back from an MTE. We see UAB run at a crazy tempo and speed. They've been able to score in the 80s a good amount this season. And Middle Tennessee doesn't really run at tempo, but they allow their defense allows a very fast pace on offense, which will be very good for UAB. And UAB kind of picks it up a little bit on defense. So it kind of scares me to pick a side. I would never go against Middle Tennessee State and Murfreesboro. So I'm with you there, but I do like the over. I'm going to wait to bet this over. Let's see what the total does. But I like the over here and a good amount of points. I think we see one team get in the 80s and the high 70s, and this game is won in the foul game at the end. So staying off a spread, I'll root for it with you guys. Hopefully Middle Tennessee scores a good amount because we know UAB will for sure too. So I'm rooting for points here. Let's go Blue Raiders as well with you guys.
Let's do it. Revert back to your old team from 2 years ago. Just defend home court. You would fade them on the road, back them at home, and then it's been opposite. So they show up at home tomorrow. McNeese is laying 7.5 against Incarnate Word. Over under 147.5 in this one. McNeese is starting to look good. They're looking pretty good. Their one loss is Santa Clara by 8 on the road. They played them tough. George Washington win, impressive. Murray State win, beat Middle Tennessee. So I mean, they swept the MTE. Now they're coming home to play little old Incarnate Word.
It's at an Incarnate Word.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, my bad. Hit the road to play Incarnate Word. Kind of like Incarnate Word at home, but McNeese has just been a wagon. They've been beating some damn good teams. I get this line maybe a little weird, but I think they're the better team. I'm going to lay it with McNeese more than likely. Hopefully people just bet Incarnate Word a little bit at home and bet it down, but I like McNeese. I think they win this game towards the end. I mean, they're top 50 free throw shooting team. Don't turn it over. They can rebound and get to the free throw line. So I don't think they're going to have an issue cleaning up the glass and getting to the free throw line for free points here. So I like McNeese in this one.
I'll battle you here. I'm gonna go with the Incarnate Word. Praise be. Just going to go with the Word here. We look at them coming back from that MTE. They were able to beat Middle Tennessee by 10, Murray State by 13. They were dominating Murray State, though that game was even more of a blowout than the score shows. We haven't seen McNeese really stumble. And I'm not saying that they're going to go into Incarnate Word and lose outright, but this line I think should be just a tad bit more from the performance that we've seen from McNeese State. And now that the books are kind of respecting IDub at home, a UIW team that played good against my Hoosiers in Assembly Hall. They only lost to High Point by 11 as well. They're able to score a good amount of points. Their defense isn't great. I'm going to let this number climb up and wait to bet this as people start betting McNeese State. But I like UIW at home to defend the land here. So, yeah, I think their roster is pretty good. I agree with Raymond. But I'll wait to bet this as this continues to climb.
Yeah, I'll be on Incarnate Word here too. Interesting kind of a Southland Conference, early Southland Conference game, which is
they're doing the Big Ten stuff as we'll get into this week. For sure.
Kind of surprising to me that this is so early. Last year, Incarnate Word, they went on the road, lost by 2 to McNeese State on the road, and their only matchup there in the conference. Now we get Incarnate Word at home. This is McNeese, in the Southland. There's an X on their back. There's a target on their back. They're going to get everybody's best shot. I think they get Incarnate Word's best shot here. Give me the plus 7.5 with Incarnate Word.
I wasn't like betting this game, but you guys might be swaying me. And if you look at UIW's stats, they're all fucked. But I mean, if you look at who they played, High Point, Indiana, Colorado State, and then Southern Indiana. I don't know. I didn't. I wasn't gonna bet it. I liked McNeese, but you guys do bring up good points. The stats may look a little fucked because of their competition. They played elite teams, so yeah, maybe I Benedict, but I still like McNeese, but not betting this game more than likely. But you guys bring up good points, so
we'll take you. I'm kidding. We'll take you if you want.
We'll see. We'll see if I bet anything in this one. I mean, the board isn't great tomorrow. Maybe we just bet every game and see how it goes. Elliot, take it away. K-State's laying 13.5.
I'm with Ken Hat. Wait till tip. Don't rush to that 7.5. McNeese is getting bet, so wait till end of the show.
Name brand, yeah.
Turn on a little flick at night. Turn on something. Turn on the college experience when they go live, and just see what that line's at there.
Absolutely.
Elliot.
Yeah, I will be in attendance as always here at this game in Manhattan, Kansas. K-State off of 2 tough losses to 2 Big Ten schools. Afterwards, Coach Tang apologized for the effort and said that he didn't get his players prepared for the Indiana game, which, as everybody saw during that game, they were not prepared whatsoever. They just got absolutely jumped on.
Won that game. Assembly Hall won that game.
So he did not have his players prepared. They will be prepared here, I believe. I will lay it with K-State, and I will also bet the over. I got it at 158.5. I'd like it at 159.5. This will probably get over to like 164.5 before tip. So go ahead and bet it now. Right now, K-State to the over is 5-1 so far. We've seen this Bowling Green team. They've played with some pace throughout this year so far, putting up some points. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted a true cap, Bowling Green coming off of 2 wins. They're in Florida on their MTE. Now they got to travel back to K-State, to Manhattan of all places, Kansas, after being in Florida. And they play a K-State squad who's off of 2 disappointing losses to 2 good Big Ten schools. I think K-State will roll here.
Yeah, I like that over as well, too, 159.5. I think that's solid with Bowling Green. Do you even like Kansas State over 85.5, 86.5 in that range, team total, Elliot?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. The only thing that would really kind of, I obviously with me thinking that they're going to beat Bowling Green by 13.5, I probably basically better like that, because if they're going to have to score 90 to probably cover the 13.5, Bowling Green probably is going to score about 70, 75. But I don't mind that either.
I'm kind of with them. I think Kansas State rolls back home. I mean, those losses were brutal. Got embarrassed at Indiana, and then Nebraska, tough loss by 1. But they do have Seton Hall on deck. I'm not really worried about that. But Bowling Green, the time they stepped and play anybody, relevant, Bill and Mary Davidson, lost both of those games. One was at home to William and Mary, lost by 8. Otherwise, Bucknell, VMI, Lemoyne, Texas State, like these aren't world beater teams. So, and they have given up points. I mean, Davidson, they gave up 91. Bill and Mary, they gave up 82. I think Kansas State scores. I think Bowling Green pushes the pace too. I like the over 159.5. I think we get points in this one. I think Kansas State's pushing more towards 90 than they would be 80. And I think Bowling Green can get 65, 70, and the rest of the work be K-State. So I like the over 159.5 in this one. I'll take it. I mean, Elliot knows we haven't seen an elite defensive unit from Kansas State. But I mean, if Tang's going to be on their ass, maybe they come out a little bit more fired and the defense looks good. But I think Kansas State puts up points, and I think we're just asking Bowling Green for 65 tomorrow to get this done, maybe 70. So give me the over. I like the over in this one.
I think I'm going to go team total with Ken. Let's go. K-State, they score 90.
What's that team total? Or are you just speculating right now?
85, 86.5, around there.
You know what? Let's do that. I'm with you. I think Kansas State gets 90 plus. So let's just take the team total. Don't even worry about needing Bowling Green to do anything. And Bowling Green likes to play with pace, so maybe we get some runouts for K-State and some easy buckets. So I'll ride that team total over with you.
I will too, then, I guess.
Squad ride. There we go.
First half overs. Cal Baptist, Colorado. Over-unders 149.5. This line's been shot up. I already see 12.5 already. It looks like Colorado's getting hammered. This game is in Boulder, by all means. They're very good at home. They're able to kind of run and gun. But I get the hell out. This Cal Baptist team is too good for that. And we're going to let this number climb up. I know that they're going into elevation, but come on. The Lancers fight. They're strong. Give me Cal Baptist plus the points. I'm going to turn on a little flick after this, wait to bet this. Hopefully this number continues to jump. But I think Cal Baptist plus 12.5 is just fine. They're gonna come out fighting. This is Cal Baptist, who we've seen dominate Oregon State, slow pace, dominate San Diego. This is their first kind of big test, but they've been drilling teams otherwise down to their competition and playing more teams close to them statistically. And we've seen Colorado now. They're 7-0, and they're welcoming in a tough Cal Baptist team. I don't foresee them just going in and dominating, especially in a weird travel spot back to elevation, even if you are Colorado. So give me Cal Baptist here on the cover.
Yeah, I liked Cal Baptist. I think it's a little disrespectful, but at the same time, I mean, they're coming off the Oregon State win. First, it was a true road game, big win. Was that last night? So Saturday. Colorado does have Colorado State on deck, but they blasted Colorado State last year. I don't think they're looking ahead for revenge or anything like that. But they're coming off their MTE Friday. I mean, they beat San Fran, Washington, Providence. They beat some good teams. They look good. Cal Baptist is going to have a size disadvantage in this one. Not to mention you just coming off the Oregon State win last night. Now you're going to travel with a day off, go up into elevation. I think they kind of run out of gas here. I think they're due for their first loss. I like Colorado. I see the chat saying it's up to 12.5, so kind of missed this 10.5 with Colorado, but I'll sit and stare at it. If Cal Baptist gets bet down a little bit tomorrow, maybe I'll dabble on Colorado. I know they're perceived as not good, but this team's been playing well. They've been playing some good competition and getting it done. Or Cal Baptist has been really good. Wins over Irvine, Oregon State. They beat Riverside by 23. So I mean, they've played really good this year. But I just think their size and elevation is going to eventually catch up to them, and Colorado will pull this one away. So I'll go against you guys. I'll take Colorado, but I don't like that 12.5. If I can get this down a little bit lower tomorrow, that's where I'll be at. Colorado, bump up.
Yeah, I'll be on the Lancers here, so I'll battle you here, Trev. I'll take the 12.5. I just think it's too many points. You've seen this Colorado team that they've kind of, when they've played some decent teams at home, but they haven't really necessarily covered this number. I mean, snuck out a win against Eastern Washington by 5, Montana State by 6. And then they kind of took care of UC Davis, but you also got to factor in that they're also returning back from California as well. So They're off of their MTE coming back home. I just think Cal Baptist is a solid basketball program. We saw that against Oregon State last night. So I'll give me all the 12.5 points. I think that maybe Colorado will definitely win. Not necessarily maybe calling for a money line shot, but I do think that they stay within this number. Colorado wins by 7 or 8.
We will find out tomorrow.
Elliot. Let's go Cal Baptist. Come on.
Final game of the night. Portland is catching 17.5 at Stanford, over under 155.5. Stanford off to St. Louis, Minnesota. MTE wins. The last home game they did lose to Seattle. Seattle obviously much better than Portland. Portland is, I don't know, they're a fun team, but they're also just very infuriating the way they play. I'm sick of laying chalk, but I kind of think Stanford gets it done. They don't have a look ahead. I mean, they got UNLV at home, but coming off of those two, their last home game, they did lose. I think they come out inspired and blast Portland. I think Portland's just not up to par with Stanford. I'm not saying Stanford's a world beater, is going to contend for the ACC or anything like that, but I think they're much better than Portland. And in their last home game, they lost. I think they come out wanting to right that wrong and blast Portland here. So Chalky McChalkerson's going to lay the 17.5 with Stanford if I had to pick this game, or had to bet this game.
Go ahead, Huff.
I'll take Portland here. I think Stanford coming back off of their MTE. Yeah, they're definitely in a sleepy spot here, even with the loss to Seattle, like you mentioned, Trevor. But no one's really rushing to go to Stanford basketball games currently. The Lopez brothers aren't there. Josh Childress isn't there. But they start doing good, playing good, I'm sure people will show up. But I think this is too much for a Portland team that can run at pace, can shoot and score. I'm going to let this number climb and jump up, but I think it's just too many points for a Stanford team that's volatile. We don't know which one we're going to get, the one that can dominate and drill teams like we saw with Lafayette, or ones that kind of play down to decent competition like Montana State and only win by 9. So, yeah, give me the Pilots here. I already see 18.5, so it's climbing.
Fair. I guess if I want Stanford to hop in now, but no bet for me, really. Really, the only one I really, really like is that Kansas State over and Middle Tennessee and St. Francis under. So we will find out, but it's triple threat time. Pepperdine let us down last time, 2 for 3 yet again.
Elliot didn't give his cap yet.
Oh, my bad, Elliot. My apologies, dude.
No, you're good. I'll be on the over 155.5 here. I think that's a little bit too low for, like Huff said, a Portland team that really likes to run and gun. Their defense is pretty piss poor. I do think that they can score against Stanford, and so I like to back the over here. I would also look. I'll take Portland probably plus the points too as well, because I got to fade the buzzer beater. Stanford's off the crazy buzzer beater win against St. Louis, where they were down 2, missed the free throw with 2 seconds left, got the rebound, cashed a corner 3 where the dude shot it 50 feet in the air and it swished right through the net. So yeah, I'll be on Portland plus the points, but I like the over 155.5 as my bet. But fade the buzzer beater, 5-1 so far. Look to go 6-1. Maybe I'll bet both. Maybe I'll bet the plus the points and the over 155.5.
Come on, get your pilot license with me.
Wait to bet it, though.
Trevor?
Yeah, rhythm play of the day tomorrow. So we're going back to this West Georgia Detroit over. Let me pull this up here. Just had it, but yeah, rhythm likes this over. It is projecting a grand total of 152.1 points I'm seeing. So, a decent little edge on the over there. And like you said, West Georgia has the ability to score a little bit, but they also give up a ton of points. Troy back home. I think they get this done. We all like the over. Rhythm likes the over. We're riding it. And I'm seeing somebody, not sure who, but somebody found a 147.5 on the blue book. So you can go get pretty good steal on that number here. Once it opens for me, I will be betting the over with them and with Rhythm. So shout out Rhythm. Been cooking for our plays this year, and hopefully we're gonna get cooking again tomorrow. I mean, they've been on fire. Started 3-2 this year, but since then we're a whopping 9-5. So they've been on fire. My math is terrible. Hold up, 10-5. My apologies, 10-5. So they've been starting to cook, and we all like this. Rhythm likes it. We're on it. So squad riding the over along with Kansas State team total from ourselves. So shout out Rhythm. Make sure you download the app, sign up, and use that 25% code. Earlier in the show, Ian was talking about he hit another 2-teamer on underdog with the help of Rhythm. So even without college basketball, they're still helping you win. They do everything. Golf's around the corner. They do golf modeling, WNBA, NCAA, football, basketball, NBA, NFL. They got it all covered for you. So shout out Rhythm. Definitely sign up and give it a whirl, because you will make your money back and then some. No problem with the help of Rhythm over a month's time. So shout out Rhythm. We love them, and we appreciate them hopping on board with us here.
That we do, and Trevor could say it best. And the best part is you can just do it at your fingertips, no matter what you're doing. Maybe not while you're driving, although you could, but it's not safe, not recommended. But you could literally do it anywhere. You could look at your phone whenever you got your phone out. You can look at it, and it's not something that you're banned from looking at. You're just looking at models, not models that you'd think you'd be looking at your phone, but actual models. So keep that going, and make sure to use your phone whenever for Rhythm.ai on the App Store. All right, guys, that's it. Easy show. Big slate tomorrow, though, everyone. So stay tuned. Probably go live around 10:30 again Eastern. So we got a big slate for a Super Tuesday to go over after just a mediocre Monday to start the year after an amazing feast week. So I'm pumped for it. Been a hell of a November. Like I said, 538 total bets for me. 27.92 units in November. Chat, appreciate all you guys. It's been fun start to the year, and let's keep this rolling in December and get some Christmas money and gift money.
Absolutely. Rhythm's good at that. So download it, use the promo code, sign up, stack that cash just in time for the holiday season. Anything else, or we'll get out here and nice early night, catch some sleep before the monster week starts.
Let's go. College basketball.
It amazes you, then you don't know anything about basketball. You're illuminating your relative lack of knowledge of the game with a statement like that. Basketball has been full of that kind of thing. You have a team that plays a little bit better today than maybe it normally plays, and a team that doesn't play quite as well as it's capable of playing, and you get a big differential in a score. Next time the two teams play, maybe the team that played real well doesn't play quite as well. The other team plays a little bit better. Just a reversal for the first time.
And that's what we're here for on the Pump Fake Pod, right? Right, you are. So peace and love, everyone in the chat. See you guys tomorrow night.
Totals.